Happy Traffic Jam Tuesday, everyone! And thanks for checking in for our Traffic Jam Tuesday topic. So what's this week's topic about? We're going to be discussing common fallacies that surround cake and cake cutting. And I find this a really interesting topic because when I started in this industry, I feel like everyone had the same concept and same ideology behind cake. And that is that if you have a faux cake, you can save money. And unfortunately, that's not true. When people get engaged and start planning their wedding, they think that buffet stations are cheaper than a plated meal. And again, not true. A lot of buffet is actually more expensive than an actual seated meal. You can't foretell how much food people or guests are going to eat. So that's why buffets are usually more expensive than a seated meal, because at least with a seated meal, you can actually know how many dishes are going to be made for that day. And of course, wedding caterers will make extra, but it's something to keep in mind when thinking about your cake, because unfortunately, that faux cake is not going to be cheaper. So you're probably wondering, like, why isn't faux cake cheaper than like regular cake? It's fake. So why not? Well, that's because typically cakes have to be specially made based on the photo you like. Of course, you can buy a cake online and it'd be faux cake and then you have sheet cake in the back. That's always an option as well, and that could be budget friendly. But most wedding cake vendors typically get approached with that, hey, is the faux cake cheaper? And typically no, because they have to design it, because they have to add like florals, they have to add things to it. So it's a costly item to do. Instead of a faux cake, I recommend you doing like a 1-tier or 2-tier cake and then having sheet cake in the back. Try not to make it sound like a curse word, because whenever I say sheet cake, it comes out really wrong. And if you're like a lot of new generation getting married right now that don't really want a cake or just want a cake to cut into and then desserts on the table, then I recommend a small cake. Could be just 1-tier, but it could be 2-tier to cut into, sheet cake in the back for the family that wants cake, because family always wants cake, and then dessert table for all the people who want the desserts instead of cake. If any of these things kind of seemed confusing to you, or you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out our ebook we just launched. It's link in bio. All that information's on there. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Thanks.